Hello, Paul. We're live.
Hey, I see we're live already, eh? Okay,
Yep.
I just checked a second ago and it didn't say you were live. So. Okay, I'm just gonna drag this over to here. Oh crap! Hey, I see we're live.
And I'm just getting set up. Who you betting on this morning, Paul?
AZ. Yep. Hey, there he is. I bet on AZ, and Sarah right behind him.
Sarah. I see the Washington Post reports today.
Wow, look at it. Even Mike's there, Sarah.
The Washington Post just reported today that DJI has suspended operations in Ukraine and in Russia because of the war.
Yeah. I read that there, right? Yeah.
Good morning, Sarah. I hope you're feeling better today, my dear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways,
three major ones are in there first: AZ, Sarah, and Mike. For a minute.
Yep. Anyways, about 10, 15 minutes ago, I just got a text message from my best friend. His wife was named Bonnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just put her in the comfort care too now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she'll be gone shortly, he said. So and her name is Bonnie.
Well, that's the one thing that doesn't change for all of us is the time.
Yeah, brings back memories, all right.
Oh yeah, especially you're still reeling from your event, and now you see somebody else with the same name of a friend.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen too much of him and her lately because she's been going through a lot of like chemo and radiation and all that crap, right?
Yeah. So Sarah Stickley says that she's still feeling crummy.
Still feeling crummy, is she? Yeah. Well, it's funny because I never got sick at all or anything. So
Russell came in and says, "I'm fourth."
Yeah, Russell hit fourth. Yeah, for sure, Russell. At least you made it. That's the important thing,
That's it. And I got to hit the like button too. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting to hit the like button.
Oh, jeepers.
Well, sorry to hear that, Sarah. Hopefully it'll start to ease up pretty soon. I know that emotionally it's got to be crummy for you too, because you're isolated away from the family. And I know you're very involved in the family, but just
yeah. Yeah, my sister just texted me. She said, "Talk about weird." So my nephew Chris and Erica will have lost 2 Aunt Bonnies within 3 weeks.
Really?
Of each other. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Marshall.
Marshall. Hey, welcome. Yeah, the weather here's been kind of crummy. I woke up this morning to a layer of ice out there on the deck and on the ramp.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I climbed in my vehicle this morning, so I can't go to work in this. I can't see out my windshield.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Turn the wipers on. Yeah, I had a layer of snow in the windshield this morning. It snowed like heck there for a while at the before we left this morning, but nothing stuck to the roads or anything because everything's already warm, right? So now what do you want? I just gave you a treat. What? Oh,
who's bugging you?
Oh, can't you see?
Oh, Gracie.
Oh. And guess who's right there with the ball? Yep, just instantly. It's the same time.
Yep. Here's what you can still see the ice on the ramp here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
A little bit of ice.
Anything is above the ground because see, they are above the ground and
Yep.
like above it and underneath can freeze. So that's why it'd be ice on there, right?
Around
So,
the base of that tree, you can see it's
Yep.
still a little
yeah,
bit of.
yeah. Yeah, I did, Marshall. I will do that for you. I got due for Chuck Kovac too. Yeah, I got to go upstairs to get some more envelopes. So when I send them all out.
Hey,
I don't-
Stella's in the chat. Welcome, Stella.
Hey, Stella.
Yeah, but I'll give you a happy belated birthday. I think I went over and gave you a happy birthday, but happy birthday, Stella.
Come on, you're gonna spill my coffee. Go on. Oh, you pain in the ass. But yeah, I got your address there, Marshall. Actually, Stella, I'm going to put my email address in the chat, and just gonna leave it there for a few minutes. If you copy this down and send me your address and Ron's too, maybe if you know his mailing address. I got some new.
He's got stickers.
I got stickers. We got stickers. Anyways, if you want some thing there, and JDS I think was sending me something too. So
JDS.
hey, I'll put it in there. That's my email address in the chat. You want some decals there? Let me know.
This advertisement was brought to you by Stickley Stickers. The
Yeah,
home
Stickley
of
Stickers.
you need to stick it with a Stickley sticker.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to my brother's this morning. I want to go. I'll take a. Oh, it reminds me. I'll take a jump drive with me, an empty one. I'll see about getting that picture for Ronnie
Oh yeah.
this morning. And I got what 3 signs to do this morning. I think it is.
You know, another good thing would be to say, tell your friends and family where to stick it with that sticky sticker.
Yeah. Oh, Christ, you went back out again, you little bugger.
Now that's Gracie.
Yeah, it's Gracie. Yeah, just I'll format that jump drive and stuff, but go. Oh,
Yeah, Sarah, we need to come up with some little rhymes for Stickly stickers. Or could be strictly speaking, it's
yeah, strictly speaking.
it's strictly stickers, house of stickers. House of
Yeah.
stickers. House of strictly stickers.
Talk about a tongue twister, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I got what 3 signs to put up today. So no, 2 to put up. No, 3 to put up and 1 down because I just had another one come off. Okay.
So
good
it sounds like they're selling some houses still, Paul.
Yeah.
JD.
But the funny thing, these are the people that are got those vinyl posts. You know, guess what? They got to use wooden ones because you don't have any left.
JD calls Sarah Mrs. McStickers and Justin is Mr. McStickers.
Royal Family of Studio B, Mr. and Mrs. McStickers.
Yeah.
So I got 4 signs to do. Okay. And go.
Well, everyone, we're pulling for you, Sarah, to get better. I know that the COVID thing is not a lot of fun, especially when you're isolation at home, and you got to stay away from your family, which you're so involved in. And everybody here sends their best to you, Sarah. Former model unit.
22, unit
Former-
22.
Oh, it was
That's what,
formerly a model.
yeah, it won't be
Because-
enough room for that.
A former model means that were they on the runway or what? Who was living there? You know. Yeah, Stella just emailed you, Paul.
Yep, I got it, Stella. Yep, I got it.
She's going to confirm the address and let you know.
Yeah, I just said, got it, send it back to her.
Yep.
So that way too, I got it, right? So,
Yeah.
so
Boy, with all the signs you're doing now, you're doing stickers too, Paul. Well, good for you.
yeah. Fun never stops, I guess. Keeps you busy, I guess.
Yeah.
Sometimes too busy. I know the last couple of days, I haven't had an afternoon power nap before going to work or anything. So, but the signs I got to do today, I can do most of them in about an hour and a half. I have it all done. Like I said, I want to go to my brother's and get that picture. I think Ron's going to be home again today sometime because I think he was leaving up there this morning. It's what, 4 hours for him. Then he's going to turn around and go hunt camp. So I want to try and get it to him before he goes to hunt camp, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. And my prescription is ready to pick up. Look at that. I had to order some more drugs.
Oh, drugs, huh?
Yeah. Oh, got another sign. Well, it's coming down though. 8 Empire. I think that's right in that area where I got another one come down. You know, the funny thing is, I need some small posts, and those 2 that are coming down this morning are small posts. What I need, right? Let me see. Where is Google? And I go to Google Maps. Okay, I think Empire. Okay, because I got to go to Fox Hill Lane, which is right there. And Empire. No, that's not in the area. I thought it was. Okay, let's try where 8 Empire is. I forget. I think it's just over on the other side of the other road there. Empire Parkway, St. Thomas. Yeah, okay, that's just off of, oh, yeah, the opposite of Blair Mount there. It's in the same area town. Cool. So that's 5 times, Paul. I don't know why I should send a text back to him. It's not gone yet. What the hell's going on here? Huh. Oh, no, it's gone. No, it's still going.
Looks
That's
like we're going to
weird.
get some excitement out here.
Yeah. All right, what's going on there, Paul?
Let me show you.
Yeah. Where else do I got to go there today? 31 Park Ave. I think they're all digging that all up. Oh, got some tree trimming going on.
Yeah, there's the tree trimming truck is here, and the other truck went by the other way. That has the where they put it in the back and it, you know,
Yeah.
punches
Oh,
everything.
the chipper. The
Yeah.
chipper.
Yep.
Okay, where is that? Oh, that's gonna be fun. Put that sign up because it's right in the middle of that construction. Okay, let's go to here. That's Park Ave.
And that.
That's up right by the church. Right across the street from the church. That sign's got to go up. Okay. JD, did McSticks find a new morning hangout? Yeah, I haven't seen him yet this morning, JD. You might be actually working this time. Oh, so I need 3 large posts to go this morning. Oh, putting cones out, Paul.
Yeah,
So what tree they cut down?
I think this one here.
Yeah, yeah, because that's what the closest one there to it.
Because that's a city and they only do, like what's in the right of way out here.
What the heck's going on? Anyways, I got a little job I got to do Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Want to put a fence up across the back of my sister's property.
Yeah,
You
you've
know,
been talking about that for a while.
4x4s are so damn expensive. Anyways, there was a thing came on Facebook Marketplace. Guys got used, but they're really good shape. Is a 9-foot cedar post, with the point on the end of them, and $4 a piece. So I ordered 25 of them, so I got to pick them up Saturday morning, 11 o'clock, over by Tilsonburg.
Mike Rennick says that Sticky Fingers is sniffing meters.
Meters.
It's starting to spit a little bit of snow again.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I didn't even check the weather, see what temperature is or whatever here yet. Well, I did this morning, but
it's 31 degrees here.
I got 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like 19 because the wind is gusting to 19 mile an hour right now, it says. And the high today is only going to be 34. So it's going to be a cold day. And tonight going down to 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, I hope it don't get too cold tonight, but I don't think I'll have a problem anyways. But I went and put water in all my in the trailer.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because I don't want to freeze solid, right? But it's only one day. It'll be a couple days before I get back down there again. So I don't know. What are they calling Saturday? Mix of sun clouds, high 57. And Sunday, cloudy with showers on Sunday, high of 57. So I don't know if I'll go to the trailer this weekend or not. We'll see.
Well, you don't mind going to the trailer because you haven't been there pretty much all winter, but you like to at least have halfway decent weather,
Well, and it's okay. Like I got a furnace and everything and stay warm, but if I'm going down there just to stay in the trailer and not do anything else, I could do that here at home, be a lot more comfortable. But if I can actually go down and do some stuff, but then again, I want to get that floor put in and stuff. So Mike said twice he's come up on leaking gas mains and called gas company. They don't mess around. They got there real quick. Oh, look at that. I got a new email. Actually, I got 2 addresses. All right.
Okay, the guy's going up in the bucket.
Yeah. I tell you what I should do is go down to my sister's. I'll live stream tomorrow. They're going to be cutting about 4 trees down tomorrow. Hey, go down, look at this. See what kind of mess they're going to make the ground soft. Well, but see, it's all sand there, right? So won't be too muddy. Well, topsoil on top, but I don't know. Yeah, thanks, Stella. I got the addresses, so let's get some more envelopes upstairs. There, I'll have to fill up some more and put some more stickers in there. Okay, yeah, I'll let Paul know there, Stella. Paul's not paying attention.
Oh, I'm queuing up one of my other cameras.
Oh,
Maybe we get a better shot of this activity.
oh. No, she said, Paul, I just sent you mine and Ron's address. I suppose you can share my address with Paul Murray so he can send me that drone he talked about for my birthday.
Well, Stella, I sold the drone, my dear. Here's a different angle on this camera.
Oh yeah.
He's up there. He's got her all supported down and.
Yeah.
Authenticating, getting video.
Tried to connect one time. Don't want to load, Paul, for some reason.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah. What's that, a chainsaw he's grabbing?
Yeah, that was a chainsaw. He's putting it in there.
In the bucket. Cool. Should walk down the street and tell him, you're live on YouTube right now.
Well, he's just
Don't mess
leaning
up.
out because the one that chews it all up was parked there and he took off down the road. I don't know where he went.
Oh, yeah. Well, he got the cone still set out, so. Oh, he's climbing down now.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's going, hey, where'd you guys go?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, we'll come back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe he had to go get coffee.
He got back in the cab, I think, didn't he? Yeah.
Coffee time already. Yeah. A couple
Yes.
little like
It's
flurries
almost,
around.
it's almost 10 o'clock and they are city employees, so maybe it is coffee time. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah.
There goes a tug barger, the Prentice Brown. They haul some kind of, I think they haul liquid cement.
Yeah, probably.
And I didn't know they hauled cement in liquid form.
Well, you use that, no, you wouldn't think they'd do it in liquid form. You think it'd just be the cement itself, dry form.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be dry, but if you look at it, it's a big tank. And I don't know.
Huh. Because you'd think by the time they got to where they got to go, it'd be
Yeah,
starting to harden up.
It might be powder form because see, it does have a conveyor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you're probably right, Paul.
Yeah, because for a ship like that to load, start loading and have all liquid cement by the time you even untied for them, it's starting to harden. So
Yeah.
I can't see that, unless they're doing a project real close there, like a bridge abutment or something. But yeah.
Right.
Oh, here comes Ron.
Mr. Ron.
See where he is.
truck.
This one. Yeah, he should be in the truck.
If it is our photographer, Ron, it could be another.
Yeah,
Ron.
I think it is.
I'm thinking maybe this is Stella's Ron.
Oh, that could be that too.
No, it is
Nope.
Ron. On the road again.
Not hooking up to my truck.
We see you. We hear you.
Okay.
So how long before you're home, Ron?
Blah, 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 about 2 hours or so.
Okay. I'm gonna run over to my brother shortly. I'll grab that picture and I'll send it to you, see if you're happy with it.
Okay, I'm like so excited.
I want to get it before you have to go to the lodge, right? So
Yeah. Let me. Sometimes this works. Let me sign out, turn the truck off, turn it back on, and then sometimes for some reason I can't get the my phone to Bluetooth on
Onto your truck.
yeah. It's right, like with the phone, I can barely hear you.
Oh,
okay.
All right, let me sign back out.
okay.
Okay. So Mike Rennick says no wind. So you think you're going flying somewhere today?
Attaboy.
Hey, don't forget to take Albert with you.
That's right. That'd be a good sticker for him, wouldn't it? Would be Albert hanging below a drone.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Then Albert could have his own stickers.
Hey, now there's an idea.
Yeah. Your brother probably could do a great drawing
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
Hanging with JD says, yo, Ronnie. Yep, Ron's going to be right back. He's going to try and link his Bluetooth in his truck to his phone so he can hear better because he can't hear the conversation.
My God. I want to check something here. Yep,
Oh,
I
Mike
have-
Rennick said that he's been
Oh,
doing
yep.
a 24-hour hyperlapse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Now, are you doing that with the 360 camera, I think, Mike?
Here comes Ron back again. Go.
Are you back? Are you connected?
What?
there
You
we
still?
go.
Is
Yep,
that better?
that works. That's much better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Sometimes it's Control Alt Delete, reboot.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, I finally taught my sister. First thing you do before you text me or call me, reboot.
reboot. Yep. All right. See if I can continue home without hitting any more critters. These critters are starting to piss me off this morning.
Really? They're all well, they know you're the hunter, so they jump out in front of you.
They do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here comes Ron. Let's run out in front of his truck.
Yep.
I've only been on the road an hour and a half. I have seen two different types of eagles. I have seen countless breeds, different breeds of ducks. I've seen turkey, deer, antelope, one bunny rabbit, and I think that's it.
Well, they don't know that your last name is not Doolittle. They think you're Rod Doolittle.
Go.
Or Noah.
Yeah,
Instead of jumping on the ark, let's jump on Ron's truck.
that's right. It's headed. It'll end up at the ark. You know?
Yeah. Paul Hodges, I can't thank you enough.
You going to be here for a few minutes, Ron?
Yeah.
Okay, keep Paul entertained. I'll be back. I'm just gonna shut my video and sound off, and I'm gonna run over my brothers. I'll be back in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm on the road for the next 2-3 hours.
Yeah. So, Ron, did they get the snow pretty much cleared off? And
Yeah. It's just roads are bone dry. I think what happened again in this storm, same as last, where the winds were so high, the flatlands, there's so many bare spots, but along the roads here, you're seeing 10, 15, 20-foot drifts. It's,
Yep.
all the snow got blown into the little valleys and draws and whatnot. No, roads are good. I just worry, like I said, I actually got one of my coworkers to come in early. We traded some hours, and that way there I can get home, get my stuff, get up to the lodge, find out where Ralph's going to send me, and then I can go out this afternoon, see, do I need the truck? Do I need the four-wheeler? I'm taking both.
Yeah.
Because I don't want no surprises at 4:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I get you. Sarah Stickley says, safe travels, Ron. Go Fish Office says, hi, Ron.
Hey, yeah, good morning, everybody. I can't see the chat.
Mike says he's doing a 24-hour time lapse, and he's got till 4 o'clock, and it'll be 24 hours. And JD says, 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake. Let's go, Ron. Drive 55.
Well, out here I'm in South Dakota now.
Yeah.
It's 65 here on this road.
Well, Stella said that the other day she saw pelicans the other day out while she was driving.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
she lives up in Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
What would the pelicans be doing in Minnesota? Were they lost or what?
I sometimes think that about seagulls.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm out in the middle of nowhere in the prairie. There isn't a piece of water within miles. Like, why is there a bunch of seagulls here? Did they take a wrong turn somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lost their GPS signal.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul, sorry if I bring this up too much. What Paul's brother is doing for me, I can't thank him enough. I'm getting a bad feeling. Dawn's neighbor called me yesterday, and he's non-medical. He's just the nicest guy in the world. But he goes like, Ron, do you have a couple minutes I can talk to you? And he just was telling me what he's seeing over the progression over the last 2-3 weeks. And what I do is everything I see or Tom tells me about, I report to Dawn's daughter. I've been racking my brain this morning wondering what's going on. Is this just the normal steady progression downhill? I don't know how much time he's got. It could be a month, could be 6 months, could be a couple of years. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I don't like what I'm currently seeing and hearing though. And just giving him this little gift,
Yeah, well, that'll comfort you, and it should comfort him too.
Oh yeah. As I said, Paul, he's just, you couldn't ask for a better friend, nicer guy. He's always he's almost like a Rick Helper,
Uh-huh.
always giving to someone, all the time, and he, sometimes I got to yell at him. He keeps saying, I do this, do that. Like, well, I'm gonna have to repay you. No, you're not going to repay me. I've got to yell at him.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people like that.
yeah. That guy's little plane out here in front of, boy, he's low. I don't know of an airport around here. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, I was out practicing with my turkey call yesterday. There's a ranch up across from the airport where I work, and every year there's a big flock of turkey over there, and they have a tendency to come back to the same areas. And there was one gobbler over there yesterday. I went over there with my truck before work, and I just sat in the truck and I practiced with my turkey call. boy, he left those other hens and he started strutting, he puffs his chest out and feathers go up and he started walking towards the truck. I'm like, well, I must be doing something right. He likes what he hears, They're a little tougher bird to hunt than what some people think. It's all about who sounds sexier, whether it's the hens running around or whether it's the fake call that I'm using.
Right.
What they want to, and they'll sit there. Sometimes you got to worry, like, are they going to come to me? And sometimes they'll sit out there. They'll just keep gobbling, hoping the hens will come to them. And then it's kind of fun watching like I said, the jakes are the young gobblers. They're like the teenage gobblers, and they're like little high school bullies. Oh, they're mean. They pick fights, and they'll get 2 or 3 of them. They're much smaller than the full size adult gobbler, but they'll go up and like all 3 of them will it's almost like a bully fight,
Yeah.
and it's fun to watch. But thank goodness, we actually had we're not supposed to say this word in EMS, but we had a quiet night. I got to sleep.
Well, it's the same old thing in you never are gonna know,
Nope. 90% boredom followed by 10% sheer terror.
Yep.
How long were you in like EMS ambulance work, Paul?
Oh, I just did it when I was in college. I was there about 3.5, 4 years.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
what happened was it was a private service, and then the city decided that they were going to get involved, and so the city teamed up with one of the hospitals to have what's called Tri-City Ambulance Service. So
Right. I wonder about the future, and I think I told you that story a few weeks ago. I turned down that job,
yeah,
for $14, $15 an hour. And I get it. I think the guy was being truthful with me, that he can only pay what he's getting in reimbursement. In other words, he's got to pay the employees, but on the same token, he's got to keep the lights on. They got equipment and
oh yeah, the equipment's expensive, supplies, all that stuff.
supplies, insurance, fuel, all that stuff added in.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to beat my body up anymore, for a low paying job. And like I said, and I don't mean to I want to use minimalize that job at the grocery store, but it's like a mindless job.
Right.
There's like, 2 days a week there that they get trucks in, and that's literally 1 to 2 hours. A pallet, they unload these pallets off the truck, and we just segregate it, dairy, frozen, and regular groceries.
Yeah.
And we put them on little carts. You go out on the shelves, and you know how it goes. You rotate.
Yep.
The nice thing that when I used to do grocery store work years ago, we had to price everything. Now everything's scanned by the
barcode. But
barcode.
you also got to make sure that in Michigan, you have to make sure you have a label on the shelf with the product description and the price.
Right. Yeah. So,
but it's the 3 R's in retail is rack, unpack. What was it? Rack, and rotate.
Rotate. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, so far it's not too cold. It's 32 degrees. I don't know how warm it's going to get today. Yeah, they're talking another storm this weekend. I don't know where. I got to look into it.
Yeah, well, it's down right here, Ron. It's 30 degrees and we're spitting snow.
Yeah. It's sunny out today. Yeah, I took out a North Dakota pheasant today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he was playing suicide. I have I can't remember if it's a $500 or $1,000 deductible with my insurance. And the last one I took out a headlight. They'll do some damage when you hit them at 60 mile an hour. But yeah, I'd say those new headlights, holy crap. It was $500.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing of it is they say that the car parts are the prices are gonna go up all because of all this nonsense going on,
Yeah.
fuel costs and everything to get the parts there, and delivery and labor wages, and now things are raising, at the ports. And
I ordered something recently, and I'm not, somebody made that comment about a slow boat from China. I ordered it's kind of an extension to the top of my tripod. It enables you put it on the top of your tripod head, but it enables you to angle the camera in several different ways without angling or adjusting the legs or anything on the tripod. It's so much quicker. It was only a $35 item, but maybe I'm getting too used to Amazon or whatever, but I ordered it through, if you look it up, it's called Flex Smart,
yeah,
FLEX Smart. It's a neat little device. I'm like, it's only $35. And they sent me this tracking number from the carrier that I've never heard of before. And they said, well, about a week ago, they said your shipment's on its way. Well,
Yeah.
I think all I see is it left the port of China. And until it gets into the U.S., I won't be able to see exactly where it's at. So I wonder, is it going to be on one of those boats that, they're not allowing into ports? I mean, so will I ever get it? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Stella was wanting to she made a comment up there about EMT. She was an EMT and also trained to be a paramedic. Mostly calls were to help elderly that fell down.
Oh, yeah. Get lots of them. What was that one thing you used to be able to buy, the Life Alert?
Yep, life alerts. I've got one of those. Do they still sell them or no?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
You can push the button anytime and they'll answer it, life alert. You just say, just testing. Okay, loud and clear here.
Yeah, they're neat. I mean, I've had a lot of people that have fallen and they literally can't get up.
Yep, falling, I can't get up. Yep, and they push the life alert. Well, the other interesting thing, Ron, I don't know if you've seen the advertisements or in the news. They got this thing where a guy designed for choking, especially young infants and people or whatever. If they're choking, you put this mask on like we used to have on the oxygen, and you put this on them, and it's got a pump on the end, and you push it down, and you pull that pump out, and the suction pulls whatever out's caught in their throat, and it clears their airway immediately.
Wow.
They call it the life pump.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
The life pump. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah. They demonstrate it, and one of the ads for it has somebody was recording in a restaurant where the little baby started choking, and she was screaming for help in the restaurant, and the guy ran out to his car, happened to have one, came in, boom, one pull, and that baby came right to life again.
Really?
He was limping her arms until then.
Huh. Yeah, that's the one type of call, Paul.
Yeah,
I've only ever done
small children and infants used to bother me. You know, it's
Yeah.
like
You
when I
know,
go
even
when I would go pick up a, let's say, a 7 or 8 year old from being run over on a highway or whatever, you know, it just,
yeah.
that's when you start to
I
question
think one of the
why.
worst ones I had, like a 5-year-old, like a 6, 7-year-old, I think a 10-year-old. I remember years ago, Christmas Eve, house fire, and we actually put 2 of them in the helicopter, just to try and get them out of there. My partner and I each grabbed one and did our thing and try to get them to the hospital. And yeah, I don't like it when it's working on kids. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, you feel so
I,
good when you feel so good. It doesn't make a difference what age. You feel good when you save them, but it still takes your heart away. I went to an accident one day, out just outside of town, and the car was in the ditch, rolled over, and it was a pretty bad accident. And the female, we pulled her out of the ditch, put her on the backboard, put her in the back of the ambulance, and I told the driver, I was sitting next to her in the back, and all of a sudden she started blood coming out of her mouth like it was a fountain. And there was nothing I could do to stop it. And I just took the spit pan and put it over like that. She was gone within seconds.
yeah.
And it's like, why couldn't I do something? There's nothing. I mean, it was coming out like 2 inches above her mouth, blood.
Yeah, it's not good.
But you know, and then the people that are, oh, I'm not going to get morbid, but you know,
Yeah. No, I said you're one person that can understand. I've actually been accused of being like heartless, you know, where
don't you think, Ron, that's part of your self-preservation? If you were to take and get emotionally involved, you couldn't do your job very well. It would
Exactly.
take away from your responsibilities.
right, but a lot of people don't understand that.
No, they don't. They don't get it.
And
But
I've
I
reacted.
had one person say something to me. Don't you care? Don't you care? I do care, but I can't show it. Otherwise, I won't be able to do my job.
Yeah, we had a day, this is years ago, but we had 2 kids. One was like a 5, 6-year-old drowning, and the other one was kid ran over by a car. Both of them. Matter of fact, the first one, I kind of miss these old days. The hospital I used to work at for 20 some years back home, we were a trauma center at one point, and when we would call dispatch on our way back in, we was, you know, let them know, hey, you know, assemble the trauma team, and it was so neat to have. You'd look out about 15, 20 yards from the helipad, you'd see a bunch of gowns, and you'd see security, and they'd all be standing out there, you know, just waiting for us to land. And I remember that day I called ahead and asked for the trauma team to be out there. Dispatch said, do you think you can do a quick turnaround? We have another one. So I said, have security get our spare stretcher and meet us out there. So we literally landed on our helipad. Oh, the donkey. I'll add donkeys to my critter list today.
Oh, there was a donkey out there?
Yeah. I remember we had this guy, the security guard named Lorenzo. He was the biggest, gentlest man you'd ever want to meet unless you pissed him off, which is not a good thing. But old Lorenzo was standing out there. He loved us guys on the helicopter. Lorenzo was standing out there with a spare stretcher, and we landed. We stayed hot. We got the 5-year-old out, ran him up to the trauma team. I gave the doctor, you know, the quickest report I had. I said, we got to go. We got another one. Lorenzo gave me the stretcher. helped me load it back up in the helicopter, and away we went. And the next one was a 6, 7, 8-year-old. That was the one that was struck by a car, also cardiac arrest. But the whole moral of the story, when I got back with the second one, about an hour later, my boss came into our office and said, Ron, you and your partner need to go up to the emergency room in the break room, and they're having a debrief. And I'm like, I ain't got time for that. I got too much work. No, you're going. No, I said, I got stuff to do. And what it was what they call this, they assembled what they call you've heard of the CISM teams,
Yeah.
the critical incident stress debriefing. But he didn't give me a choice. He made me go up there, and there was like 10 nurses, and everybody was, I get it. They're crying, they're boohooing. They just had 2 dead kids in an hour, and they made you go around the room and talk about how you felt and everything. And when they came to me, I just sat there for a minute, and they're like, Ron, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I am. I feel terrible. This has been a sucky day. But, I've got 3 hours of my shift left. I got to keep my act together, and I got to move on. In the meantime, all these nurses, they called in extra nurses to replace the other one because they're all breaking down and crying. And
Yep.
I can't do that, Paul.
No, and I couldn't either. It wasn't, because the pace just keeps you going,
Yeah.
and it's like, as sick as it is, sometimes you have to almost joke a little bit about it just privately, because you can't, otherwise you couldn't function.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember the one day we got called out on the a major 2-laner going between Port Huron and Flint, Michigan, and some lady was crossing the road at night, was crossing the road to get to her mailbox on the other side of the road, and got hit, and she was hit really bad. And so we get there, pull up, and I pull back. They've got her covered up. I pull it back, and her right leg and hip were missing.
Oh shit.
So, and I said, okay, where's the rest of her? And the police are all sitting there. Well, we don't know. My partner, I says, you take him and I'll take him, and let's go look. First one wins the prize. And so we went with flashlights and everything up and down the sides of the road. And about 50 feet, 70 feet away, we found the other half of her.
Oh shit.
But if you were to sit there and go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you'd never be able to function.
Yeah.
Not that we didn't care, but there wasn't a lot we were going to do for that lady. She was dead.
Right.
But at least we could help put her back together,
Yeah. You'll probably think this is wrong, but again, back home, Pennsylvania, we got called out for an accident. College professor hit a deer, and it came through the windshield and hit him. He was pretty serious condition, and the deer was laying in the back seat like somebody tucked him in there. And the one medic that was on the ground, we landed the helicopter, got out, started walking back towards the accident scene, and one of my old buddies, he was a medic, he came up to give me a report. He started to talk to me, and when he told me the deer was laying in the back seat, instead of asking a question about the patient, first thing I asked him was, I said, was it a buck or doe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Hodges is back, and Go Fish has been very, very active in the chat too, Ron. Let me read a couple.
Yeah.
My first ride-along call was a DOA person thrown from the vehicle and crushed. Sad, but it is how it is. You have to protect yourself, and may seem bad, but you have to find humor. But of course, without disrespect, it is self-preservation for you, or you would never survive the career.
It couldn't be spoken better.
Yep.
That's like spot on. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I used to drive tow truck years ago. And anyways, I went to an accident and guy hit a deer. I said, "Oh, where's the deer?" He goes, "In the trunk."
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was a quick trip over there, Paul.
got it right here.
All right.
What do you think?
Me personally, I love it, but it's up to you.
Okay.
Are you
What
gonna-
you want?
are
Do you want me to
gonna show us?
debut it here, or do you want to wait until
Yeah.
you look at it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
My big question to you, Paul, before I forget, how, and just and forgive my ignorance because I don't know any better. How does he want paid? Like through like a PayPal, a personal?
Can you do
check,
an Can you do e-transfers?
e-transfer?
Okay. If
No.
not, okay.
No,
What we can do, you can PayPal me, and I'll give it to him. Okay.
Now, when I do PayPal, can I probably shouldn't say this online, but like, do I do it like, hey, it's a gift, you know, like a birthday gift or something? So
Yeah,
they don't.
Yeah. Just say anything. It don't matter.
Do it as a gift, and then it'll in PayPal allow you to pay U.S. funds into Canada funds. Yeah.
Hey, Paul, do you think I should show him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're all waiting.
You sure? He's been waiting all this
everybody's-
long. Maybe I should
everybody's
wait a
waiting.
little bit longer.
Everybody's
Oh.
waiting. There it is, Ron.
Oh my God. That's freaking awesome. Oh my God. That's so awesome.
Oh, now,
Phenomenal.
okay. Now you have another one coming. He's not done yet, but it's a freebie. It's coming,
Okay.
but it'll just be you and something else.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So that's a secret what it is.
That's a fantastic piece of art there. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Now it's set up as a limit 14, but you can shrink it down to any size you want or make it bigger. You can even put
Okay.
it on a t-shirt or whatever you want to do.
Wow.
Hunting buddy.
I'm over the top. Tell him I am over the top pleased
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what I'll do is I'll email it to you.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, he did pretty good detail on there. It was funny. So anyways, hopefully you like it. Okay. So
Oh my God, dude. That's so phenomenal. So phenomenal.
Yes, I think it's
Um,
great. I think it is.
But seriously, Paul Hodges, let's I'd like to get in contact with him.
yep,
And see,
I got
see
his
if he
email
has a-
address for you.
Okay, see if he has an interest, and I'll take us to the lodge. I
Yeah, well-
honestly think I can get him some business.
Well,
if
I
he could-
already told him this morning. I said be prepared because if he takes it to the lodge, you might get inundated here. So he's okay. Yep.
I mean,
Well,
there's
the
probably
thing of
going
it
to be.
is Paul, you might want to help him come up with maybe a little one-page pamphlet that's got contact information and everything and what he is and what his name
Yep.
is.
Yep.
And
Yep.
and so then Ron could just hand those out to people.
Yeah, he can do something.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll figure
thank-
out something. So, yep. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Ron's
When I looked in
getting-
there, I walked in, I went, oh, perfect.
Ron,
He had it up on the screen already.
Ron's getting a little emotional, I can tell. Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm a little bit.
Well, when you get it, you'll really enjoy it. Like he says, you can go to have it printed whatever size you want to have it printed or do
You
whatever.
can even have a t-shirt made out of it or whatever, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what you do is you print him one for the wall, and then you have a couple of T-shirts printed up, and you wear one when you go over there and give it to him, and then give him his T-shirt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so let's go to my mail.
You're very observant, Paul Murray. Yes, I am a little choked up at the moment.
I could tell. I could tell.
So I guess in a small way, Paul Hodges, that's my thing, my reaction.
Oh,
He'll-
Paul, you remember he was talking before about all the different animals that he's seen?
Yeah,
You got to add to that, he had a donkey.
yeah,
Yeah,
There was a donkey along the road.
yeah.
yeah.
A donkey? Well, in Elmer, which is 10 miles this way, about midnight last night, they said they were chasing a horse, but it ended up being a pony. But anyways, yeah, one person got bit by it.
Wow. That's just phenomenal. God, you have no idea how pleased I am. So make sure you let him know that. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, he has just as much fun making all this stuff too, right? So,
There's some meaning behind this, and God, big herd antelope. Yeah, it's just, like I said, something emotional for me, and I don't even know how long he'll be able to enjoy it. I don't know, but please give him my sincere thank you.
oh
it's
yeah,
just-
not a problem. Oh yeah, it's already gone to your place, so hopefully you got
Okay.
everything. I'm gonna send
Yeah,
you a
it's just-
second email with his address and all that. So,
Yeah. So you said you don't use that Venmo? Do you use that?
what's that?
Venmo, VENMO.
Venmo.
No, I've never heard of that.
Can they
That's like
just,
another.
all they have to have is an address and it goes through, or what? Or does the
set
other
up-
person have to be a member of Venmo?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if there's any problem with me, just let me know. Like we redo
You
all
guys,
this.
you
or
guys
whatever.
can work it out, I'm sure.
If we use PayPal, Paul Hodges, I think I may have to put some money in there. I try not to keep a whole lot in there. So
Yeah.
I may have to do a bank
There's
transfer.
hey, no rush, no rush.
No
Don't
hurry.
even worry
Yeah.
about it today. Next time you're available, whenever. He's not that type of guy. Gotta pay me. He's not like that. Whenever you have time,
Everybody knows that you're a good person, Ron, and you're not going to stiff anybody. And
No.
the fact that now you're headed for the turkey hunt. So that's
Yeah.
the last thing that either Paul or his brother
No.
would want you to worry
No.
about.
no.
That's so damn cool. Still a little bit out of sorts here.
Yeah, I can tell. We can tell, Ron. It affects everybody differently, but it's your friend, and
Yeah.
it kind of pre-memorializes him.
Yeah. And I just meant so much. I wanted, and I know Paul Hodges, I was a little bit of a pain in the ass. I kept asking, hey, have you heard from your brother? But
I know
was
you
just
get
so-
anxious. Oh, I want to see it.
Well, he
but I
got
was-
a call from a friend that says that he's worried about the
Yeah.
how much longer he's got.
yeah.
Well, and this morning there too, I got a text actually from my best friend there this morning, Ron. His wife is named Bonnie, and they
Yeah.
just put her into comfort care too. So she's not going to
Really?
last much longer either. So that brought back more tears this morning for me.
Yeah, I bet. He's probably gonna fly away. I got a big eagle that yep, there he goes. Son of a gun. I knew as soon as I started backing up, he was gonna take
Oh, you're
off.
gonna get a picture?
yeah.
Camera's out of the bag. Yeah, there he goes. Son of a.
You know what would be neat on your truck if you could ever figure out how to do it? Would to put an outdoor, a big camera, so you could just pan it around and click the button. Pan it around, click the button.
Yeah, remote control from inside the truck.
Yep. Because you're always in the truck, and it's like, click, click, click.
Yeah. It's weird, now that it's, spring's starting to come around, I'm not seeing as many eagles. But in the wintertime, my God, I've seen up to 6 to 10 a day. That's actually the third one this morning. I saw a golden, and this is the second bald eagle, which promptly took off. Yeah, I'll show this to the boss today too. And
Yeah.
what
Sure.
I'll do is, what he'll allow me to do probably is I'll print a copy of it and hang it up on the refrigerator there inside the lodge. Let guys
Yeah.
look at it.
You know, and maybe the boss has a picture he'd like done too, you know, I mean, it's, because he's so talented, you know. Sometimes he is so good, and in other words, he characterized yours, but I've seen him do ones that you'd swear it was a photograph.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably get all choked up giving it to him too.
Oh, I'm sure. Take a box of Kleenexes with you. In fact, what you might do is before you give it to them, you hand them a small box of Kleenexes and we may need these.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's been a damn good friend. He's one that I can trust, count on, you know, and like I said,
Well, you know, those are the kind of friendships, Ron, that really are long lasting because you have shared so much of your lives together.
yeah.
You've laughed together, you've cried together, you know, you've comforted one another, and you've celebrated one another. So it's all part of the process of, you know, you have friends and then you have friends.
And I think I'm still very disheartened by this. You know, I don't necessarily say I lost them, but 45 years turned into a severe alcoholic, and a year or so ago he kind of turned on me and treated me like an outsider when I was trying to find out how my other friend of 30 some years was doing. The guy went into cardiac arrest 3 times.
Yeah.
I get it. You know, when this, I can't remember if I told you this story, guys. Scott was my first paramedic partner when I became a paramedic. And then we were roommates for 2 or 3 years. And also, when I lived in California and in South Dakota, he is one of the very few friends from Pennsylvania that come out and spend time with me. And he, about a year or so ago, he got sick. I think he had COVID. I'm not sure. But he's been overweight for quite some time and not taking care of his health. And anyhow, he started having cardiac issues. He ended up in the hospital, and he had a lot of fluid in his lungs. And anyhow, long story short, I called him the day before he was released, and we talked. And he went home the next day. Kind of his fault, kind of the hospital's fault, but he went back to work 3 or 4 days later, and without, the hospital should have said, all right, you need a doctor's excuse to be able to come back to work. Well, they didn't ask for that. Apparently he walked in the door for a night shift. This was just last spring. And everybody, you know, all the day crew that were coming off duty said, dear God, what are you doing here? You look like shit. Go home. You can't work. And he, you know, kind of like me and kind of like a typical medical person, leave me alone. I'm fine. Don't tell me what to do. Well, he ended up staying there. His very first call, They had just gotten two brand new rigs. He's in one of them. And they go to this nursing home call, and it turned out to be not a whole lot of anything. But in the way we work things here, if it's like and Paul Murray, you understand this better. If it's what they call a BLS call, the EMT can ride the patient in the back. That way there, the medic's not always stuck with patient care and patient charting. So the EMT rode the patient. On the way to the hospital, Scott passed out, went into cardiac arrest, and ran the brand new ambulance off the road and hit a tree at 60 mile an hour.
Wow.
Oh,
The patient and the EMT in the back were life flighted to a trauma center. Ambulance and paramedic unit showed up at the scene, revived Scott, got him into the local hospital where I used to work. He coded again. They got him back, sent him up to Reading, Pennsylvania, where Tim Jackson originally from, and ended up putting him on ECMO, and then sent him down into Philadelphia, down to one of the big university hospitals in Philadelphia. And he was on what they call an LVAD. It's what they call a left ventricular assist device. It's basically like an artificial heart.
Yeah.
He was on that for, a month. And long story short, he has survived. He has some physical issues from it. But he went back, he finished his nursing degree. He's walking with a cane. He was in a wheelchair for a while, but now he's walking with a cane. But he got a job as a nurse in a emergency transfer center. He's a call taker, and we have that at my work. But all I tried to do, guys, was call all the time, and how is Scott doing, and what can I do? I'm clear out here in South Dakota. What can I do? And I kept yelled at and told, how the hell did you find this out? Scott's a private person, and I'm like, well, my friends called, and anyhow, long story short, it just made me so angry. What had happened was, when the whole incident happened, about 25 people tried to friend him on Facebook. Well, yeah, that's all your looky-loos and nose bags, that try to find out all the information.
Right.
I'm not one of those people. I'm a 35-year friend, and I got treated just like that. And I was so disheartened, guys. But the whole reason I told that story is Don, he would never do anything like that. I told you guys that when he was in the hospital with COVID 2 years ago, he literally was fighting for his life. And when he found out his neighbors, the young couple that were in their 20s, had a baby down in Denver that was in a NICU and was traveling every other day to go down and see the baby. When from the hospital room, he demanded his daughter that was at the house to take $300 cash out of his safe, and was too nice buck, and walk it over to those kids. I mean, who does that? I guess that's kind of like a Rick Halber thing,
Yeah. Well, you give and you give and you give. Stella in the chat says, nothing wrong with having emotion, even if you're a man. And she also said, Ron, thinking of you and your friend.
Appreciate that very much. Yeah. So, yeah, I just got off the phone with Laura this morning, and she got a brand new job. It's very demanding, and but she said, Ron, just don't ever hesitate to call. You're my eyes and ears out there.
Yep.
He has 3 daughters. Laura is the level-headed one, and she's nobody to mess with. Boy, she's a tough bird. Don't piss her off. But she gets involved a lot with the doctors and the visiting nurse. But I kind of help her see things and hear things, because she's out in Utah.
Yeah.
Dawn's in Wyoming. Yeah, maybe this week we'll live stream Dawn's house. can. And
Right.
if I do the timing right. You got to see his game room. Whew. It's pretty cool. Bad geese. There were two big geese in formation.
Boy, you got the animals, critters all the way along, don't you?
Yeah. I could start Ron's arc. Yeah.
There you
Noah.
go.
Yeah.
Well, what you do is get yourself a big trailer, Ron, that looks like an ark,
Yeah.
and you let them all come aboard.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have one of those prints made up, put in my office too.
Yeah.
Sarah says, Sarah Stickley, the other half of the Prickly Stickley, she says that you're a good man, Ron.
Some people beg to differ, but I try my best. Some people think I'm a big pain in the ass, but hey, you're gonna have that. No, it's like last night at work, guys. There was a little issue with the one pilot that I've had trouble with, and I said a year ago, it's a year this month, when I had enough, and I admit fault that I let things progress that long, and it caused me to lose my temper, and I lost my shit. 30 years in this business, I've never went to HR about anybody. I've always tried to settle it face to face, and kept calling my boss about it. He's a manager of the pilots, but he thinks he's in charge of everything, and he gets involved in things that he shouldn't. He goes to everybody else's boss and tells on him for little tiny things. And anyhow, a year ago, I had enough. I called my boss and at least twice, 2-3 times, and he, I don't think he took me 100% seriously. And this pilot has even screwed over my boss.
Oh, really?
And one day I was done, and I'm like, okay, I'm at the 212 boiling point. And I called my boss. I got his voicemail, and I said, I'm not calling asking your permission. I'm just calling you to let you in on the loop. When I hang up this phone, my next phone call is to HR. And hung up the phone, started dialing the hospital to get HR, and my boss calls me back.
Yeah.
He's like, Ron, calm down. What is going on now? And I told him, I said, I don't think you've taken me seriously. I'm done. I am done. I'm going to HR. He begged me, and he kind of swindled me, I think. He's like, Ron, I've done a lot of things for you, and it's like, oh, damn it.
Oh, he tried to blackmail you to keep your mouth shut?
No, but I know what he was trying to do was, it's a manager's job. I mean, it's an employee's right anytime he wants. He don't need permission to go to HR.
No, you don't.
No.
But what he was trying to do is kind of save his own butt a little bit.
Yeah,
And-
because the higher ups are going to say, well, why didn't you deal with this?
Exactly. So I'm like, Adam, you're right. You've been good to me. I said, what do you suggest? He said, let's have a meeting. And the one guy who's my supervisor there at the base had another one. What do you call them? Seagulls. There were 2 seagulls there standing by a little flooded out area in
The ark. Yep.
So we had this meeting, and Adam told me, he goes, Ron, 3 things. Don't lose your temper, don't be unprofessional, and don't curse. And within the first 2 minutes of the meeting, because again, I was at fault, Paul, I let things fester too much where it was hard to control my
It
emotions.
boiled over. Yep.
Boiled over. And the first thing I told the guy, I said, Paul, I know you don't effing like me, and I don't care. And all of a sudden, my Adam's like, Ron, starts pointing his finger at me. He goes, calm down. I said, I am calm. This is calm. But what I did, and I was kind of proud of myself for this, but I didn't hold anything back, and I brought back up a lot of issues. The very last thing I said, now, this part's up to you. I said, I'm willing to take the whole history, wipe the slate clean, and start fresh. I said, the rest is up to you. The other half is up to you. But make no mistake, one more thing, all those cards are off the table, just so we understand each other. To this day, he has not messed with me, but he picked somebody new.
So he has to have somebody to pick on.
Yep. And now he's starting on my partner. Now, there was an incident a couple weeks ago. We were at work and something, there was a wire that feeds the gauges in the plane. It wasn't a safety thing that would cause us to crash or anything. But what it was a wire that monitors the temperatures of engines on startup, is what they call TOT. And I don't know if you've seen aviation wiring, but it's, oh my God, it's so fragile sometimes. But anyhow, this wire was broke. It broke in and some of you guys would do. We landed Virgo with the patient, delivered the patient, no problems. To the airport with the ambulance, and the pilots tell us, hey, we're broke down. This is what happened. They said, well, we got a mechanic coming in to see if he can fix it. If we, and exact word that was used to us, if they can Band-Aid it and get it fixed enough, and they knew what it was, they knew what the problem was. It was one wire. But the mechanic got into the dash panel, found the broken wire, and put a piece of electrical tape on it. That to me is a Band-Aid. The plan was initially told to us that if we can get it Band-Aided, our next step is to fly the plane down to Sioux Falls, to our main hub, where our main mechanics are, and put a whole new wiring harness in there and fix the problem. I was okay with that. Well, this mechanic called the lead guy in Sioux Falls, said, hey, I put a piece of tape on it. It's now working. Well, instead of us flying to Sioux Falls and getting the whole new harness, they let us go back in service available for patient care. And neither my partner or I were comfortable with that. My whole thing was, I wasn't worried from a safety standpoint, like it would cause the plane to crash or whatever. Here's my worry, and Paul Murray, you would understand this.
Yeah.
If we got another patient flight, let's say we went to the airport and we went to pick up another patient that needed to get to, you know, a critical care access hospital, like for a heart attack or a stroke or something. You know, sometimes what let's say we got that patient back to the plane, get ready to load them up, and now that wire that's not completely fixed breaks again. Now that patient is screwed. And that was our whole thing behind it. We don't want to, you know, cause any kind of detrimental to our patients. And this is what we tried to explain to the pilot. What my partner did, what went wrong was he was a little more verbal, a lot more verbal than I. And he said, this is bullshit. He said, I don't like it and it's stupid. But he said that in front of that mechanic that helped fix the problem. And, you know, from a PR standpoint, from a professional standpoint, he shouldn't have lost his cool like that. And he was wrong. He wasn't wrong in his thoughts, but he was wrong the way his presentation.
In other words, he should have just voted no go and kept his mouth shut.
Exactly. That's what we could have done.
And then let the higher ups, if they questioned his no go, say, well, why did you do that? Then you can tell them.
Yeah. I've turned flights down, and I'm allowed to do that. I've turned flights down for mechanical and for weather. And
Yeah.
I've never been, well, I've been asked, why did you do this?
Yeah,
But I've never been second guessed.
right.
Yeah.
So the whole thing that happened, and here's me, like I said, getting in my older age, and I try to be the water bucket holder. Paul, the pilot, he came up from Rapid City yesterday, and he came into the apartment. And he says, "Hey, Ron, I want to talk to you about that incident 2 weeks ago." Okay, talk away. And he said, "How do you feel about it?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to be."
Hey, Ron, you're muted.
You're on
As a
mute.
partner and a friend.
Are you guys still there? I just had a
Yep,
phone call.
yep.
I said, as a partner and a friend, I said, it was my last trip home. I called my partner, Josh, and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, as your friend and your partner, I'm going to give you a viewpoint on what happened last night." And I said, "I side with you on your thoughts, but your presentation, you lost your shit. You lost your cool, you mouthed off and cursed in front of that mechanic. And it probably wasn't a good thing." He agreed with me. He goes, "Ron, you're right. I appreciate you pointing that out to me." And he said, "You're right." He said, "But I'm not going to back down from my whole theory behind it." I'm like, "Dude, I'm 100% behind you on that theory." So here's what I tried to do last night, guys, is Paul says, "Well, I want to." Paul, I've already talked to Josh. We've talked it out as partners, as friends. He admitted wrongdoing. And I said, "You are not his boss. You are a pilot. You are in charge of the pilots. And if you go up there and try to confront him, all it's going to do is cause friction. It's going to cause
Yep.
tension." And I said, "Paul, you remember what happened with you and I?" I said, "You and I get along now because you don't mess with me anymore. And I appreciate that." I said, "Can you let it go?" He goes, "No, I'm not." He's not going to let it go.
Huh.
So I go into work last night right after I talked to you guys, and Josh was there, and I took him aside and I said, "Hey, buddy, just be prepared. Paul's going to try and, put you in a corner somewhere." And he goes, "I'm ready for him." And, like I said, right there, but what I was trying to do is,
Well, you were trying to warn them and stop an incident from happening, but by the nature of that guy, he's always going to keep sticking it to somebody.
Yeah.
And it's going to end
Yep.
up it's going to end up as an HR case.
that's just it, and I want to go home and go hunting and have fun for my 9 days, but I know damn well I'm going to be getting phone calls from management about this.
Exactly.
I don't know how you guys have worked, but I've had issues with people at work, and we all have. And I try to resolve it with the employee. I'll pull them aside and say, "Hey, I don't like what you did," or, "Please don't do that again," or whatever. If it's a continuous thing, then yeah, you go to the employee and say, "Hey, if you don't knock it off, I am going to report this," but I don't know. So anyway, I'm blabbing a lot today, but I appreciate you guys keep me awake.
Well, it's interesting to see all the different animals, the critters that you keep coming across.
Yeah, I think that there were 2 eagles on that deer. I don't know whether the one it was kind of shaded from a cloud, but I can't tell if the one was a golden or if it was an immature. Sometimes the golden eagles are hard to spot, but you can tell the difference. Their talons are kind of, oh, there we go again. Oh my God.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
got to
God.
take off, you guys, so I wanted to show it one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for showing it, Paul.
Yeah.
But sincerely, Paul, from the bottom of my heart, man, I
Yep.
truly appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
so cool.
I got 4 times I have to go do, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go. It's
Paul's
11
got to
o'clock,
get on the road.
and shortly after
Yeah.
2 o'clock, I go back and pick up all the little ankle biters. So
Paul's little ankle biters.
Yeah, that's what he calls the people on his school bus.
Oh, the little ankle biters. I call them like people that have like little Shih Tzus and that. I call them little ankle biters.
No, see, I got all the younger kids. I don't have high school or any of that stuff. It's all public school.
You only got like another month or so out of for that, right?
What's that?
When does your school end?
The end of
Like
June.
late May?
And end of June.
Oh,
now.
end of June.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wow.
They
Oh,
give
wow.
them they give them only 2 months off.
That's
Yeah,
it.
they get July, August, and back 4th of September.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Well, but they've lost some time too with the
COVID.
COVID crap and all that crap too. So
Yeah.
Well, I think what they do over there is they build in extra time, and that way that they're not at the end saying, "Well, you got to go longer." Because over here, I know that during disasters and different things, they've had on occasion, not often, but they said, "Well, we're going to have to extend the school year for another week or whatever."
yeah, well,
yeah.
yeah. Ray, you want to hear something I read on the news today? I think I'm not sure, but they said the 50% of the kids right now are depressed because of climate change.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
That's the damn liberal bullshit. 'Cause
50
they teach them that in school. They think the world's coming to an end because of climate change.
Oh my God. Tell you one more story, Paul, before you go. Kind of
Yep.
somewhat along the lines of that. I was talking to my buddy yesterday from Idaho, and he read an article or something on the news. In schools, I forget how he told me, they're called like closets or whatever, where kids can secretly leave the house when their clothes that their mom set out for them to be dressed in, no matter what their age. They can come into these schools and there are these rooms, like if these kids want to dress up as a girl, they can go in there and dress up and then do
Oh,
whatever.
Play dress
Yeah.
up. Yep.
Yeah. And do like a role play thing or, where they, no wonder parents are getting pissed off at schools.
oh,
And these
just
teachers are
just
permitting
unbelievable.
this.
Well,
Yep.
they're training them to be
Activists, really.
activists. Yep. And to point out it's your right to not believe in what everybody else believes. You can push the envelope. You can do other things. We
Yeah.
see that in racial things in this country too.
No, really.
Yeah.
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 Just amazing.
Okay,
Anyways,
Paul,
guys, everybody, see you later. I gotta go do some work.
are you doing coffee night or will we see you tonight?
Well, you'll see me tonight, I think
Okay.
so. Even if I do coffee, it's not till 6:30 or so.
Okay.
So,
Okay, Paul, have a good day. Get those signs up and get your
Yeah.
whip out in time to drive the bus.
oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Paul,
So,
please,
anyways, okay.
Paul Hodges, please express to your brother how much.
Yep,
I said I can't express how much. I don't know.
yep. No problem.
But
Yep.
thank you very much.
Okay. Okay.
So,
We'll catch you later.
Well, have a
Yep,
good day.
Bye.
Yep, bye,
All right.
Paul.
all right.
Well, Ron, how much longer you got to drive?
About an hour. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
coming into Belfouche, South Dakota.
Belbouche.
Belfouche.
Belfouche.
It's spelled
That almost sounds like the sound the toilet makes. The bell is when you click the thing and the whoosh.
Oosh. It almost sounds like a French word, but it's where I went to my first rodeo. Ralph and Lenora, my bosses at the lodge, they used to invite me all the time. They always come up. It's a tiny little town, but the place goes crazy on 4th of July. And they always have a big parade, and then they have a rodeo. And matter of fact, it's quite a while ago, but in my YouTube channel, I have a video of the rodeo that day. I think when I first got that Sony camera, but I was filming from the bleachers. Yeah.
Hey, did you hear? You can't see the chat. Stella Gofish says, I heard locally they have let kids identify however they want. The
Yeah.
latest I heard is some are identifying as cats. and they
What?
can do is meow in the classroom. And the school provides cat litter boxes for them as well.
Oh, you're kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
That does not surprise me in the least.
That don't even sound human. Oh my God.
Ron's
Wow.
going home from work. He drives. Stella wanted to know where you were going, and it's what, a 2.5 hour drive to go home.
3.5.
3.5 hour drive home.
Yeah. But the time is, like I said, I always thank you guys because, you know, sometimes just to sit here, like, you know, I listen to so much radio, or if
Yeah.
I can chat with somebody, it's like, oh wow, I'm almost home. You know, you don't think about it.
JD says, I came out as identifying as a Cool Ranch Dorito several years ago. Hey,
Oh,
Stella,
JD.
if you want to just join us, jump in for a little bit. We're going to keep Ron company as long as we can, and jump on, share the load, my dear. And Stella says she wished she was kidding about what's going on there in the school, but she's not, and it's so sad.
I haven't heard that one. I really hope that's not. I'm not saying she's BSing, but I hoping she's wrong. That's just.
They're identifying as cats.
Yeah.
Crazy, 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 crazy world we live. There's no doubt about it. You know, that's what I say. You know, at 70 years old, Ron, I'm going to miss a lot of people, but I'm not going to miss the way things are quickly going downhill.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't lose you, Paul. I'm just texting a friend real quick.
Okay, not a problem. Yeah, Stella says the world is crazy bad.
Yeah.
And Mike Rennick liked the Cool Ranch Dorito comment from JD. Sarah, you know, you're also welcome to come on here too. The link's at the top up there. You just got to click on it. You don't have to turn the camera on. You can just come on, just voice.
Oh shoot. There we go. Paul, I may stop at the convenience store and get a water here.
Okay.
I'll keep you on.
If you want us to stay on, or you just want to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We'll stay
I'll
on.
only be a minute.
Okay. She can swim up. Okay, Stella, does that mean you're coming on for a little bit? That would be great.
Swim up.
Yep.
Find me a parking spot.
Stella
Be right
says,
back.
okay, Ron, get yourself some water.
Yep.
We'll continue on here. Let's while we're doing that, what I'm going to do is let's go down and check my martini bar. See how it's going. Looks like it's warm down there, but it's not a lot of action going on at the martini bar. Looks like a couple of customers here, a couple of customers down there. But then again, it's only 11:10 in the morning. We're getting ready. Hey, Sarah, that's okay. We don't care. We don't judge. Just come on with your regular voice you have today and say, hey, 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 it's me. It's Sarah from Florida. Hell, my voice. Yeah, has anybody noticed? You hear your voice different than it ends up coming out the other end. My voice to me sounds deeper than when I play back and I hear my own voices. I'm a little higher, you know. The Marie, yes, hello, 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 Marie. Yep, Stella's going to come on, and we're hoping that Sarah joins her. It's only 8:11 out there. Yeah, I know. 3 hours difference. Hey, there's Rondo.
Yep.
Stella's going to probably join us, Ron.
Oh, cool. Haven't talked to Stella in a while.
Yep, Stella's going to join, and we're trying to talk Sarah into coming on. But she says her COVID voice doesn't sound very good. And I said, that doesn't make a difference. No judgment here.
Her COVID? She got COVID?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
She's quarantined at home and she's separated away from the family and she's having a hard time with it.
Yeah, what the hell is Justin going to do? My God, who's going to make him dinner? And
Yeah, I know the days of being pampered is
yeah,
far and few between now. And there she comes. She's still on mute though, but I think Stella is here shortly.
I got
Well,
my
there
smart
she
water.
is.
Yeah, it was telling me to click something. It says, "Did you know something?" I was like, "Got it," and now it unmuted me. I don't know. Something in Zoom.
Yep. Well, welcome.
Well, thank you.
Ron's been looking for you.
How are you, Stella?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Well, better today. I guess if you asked, Ron from Canada, Ron, he'd have other stories to tell you because let's just say I did have some issues the other day and I was unconscious and out of whatever for like 19 hours. So he was a little concerned, but I'm doing
Yeah.
better today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the medic part of Ron and I would say we're concerned too. What's going on?
Yeah, just with my syndrome and
Okay.
well, as you know, Paul, lots of like background stress currently, but that'll get worked out. So
Oh, good.
all that can raise havoc on a person's
Yep.
body for sure.
Yep. And we also want to assure Sarah that if she comes on, she's more than welcome to come on.
Yes, come
Come on,
on.
Stella or Sarah.
Yes. See you. Then we'll
Trying
have
to keep
Stella
Ron
and
awake
Sarah.
live
Yeah.
here.
Well, Sarah says with everyone out of the house, I can mask up and get some deep cleaning done.
Oh. Yeah,
Got
I've
all
been
day to
on
do that.
streams. I've been on streams before with my as I call it, my froggy voice before. I find it being kind of silly, but others are like, you sound fine.
Well, yeah, it's better to be heard or seen, but at least heard,
Yeah.
no matter what it is, you know.
Uh-huh.
Even if it's a gurgling sound.
A gurgling sound. I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't heard it from our good friend Dave Ennis in quite some time, so I worry about it.
I thought, was it a week or two ago,
Yeah.
Paul, that I think I saw him in the chat.
Yeah, he popped in
yeah.
shortly. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard from him time to time. He's just going through some rough stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I'm down in this town, Belfouche. It is, it's pretty damn close to the Wyoming line. There's like hardly any snow anywhere. And since I drove through here last week, the grass, oh my God, is like green and it's growing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
I mean, it's like a really dramatic change.
It did get a lot more green around here too, just in the last couple days, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is green. Well, the best kind of fertilizer is ground up peanut shells. You see them down there?
I wonder who's been doing that.
I don't know. Lynn always gives me hell for the ground up peanut shells.
Yeah, where is Lynn?
She's, I don't know where she's actually at right at the moment, but
Yeah.
She kind of comes and goes.
Oh, okay. But she's doing okay?
Oh, yeah, for the most part, other than getting older by the day, just like I am.
Yeah, I suppose. As we get older, the pipes and all that don't all work as well, right?
Well, yesterday she had to spend the day out in her motorhome
Oh,
with all of the critters because she had a maintenance company come in and clean out all of her vents and air pipes and everything and vents in the house.
oh, wow.
And they deep cleaned everything. They took things apart and sucked all the vents, all the dirt and stuff out of the vents. And she says one vent she looked in and she said it probably had 3 inches clogged all the way around it
Oh, wow.
inside. And
Wow.
the house was built in the late 50s and the vents and everything had never been cleaned.
Oh, geez.
So
That's a good thing that she got it cleaned.
yeah,
Wow.
she had to load everybody up and head out to the motorhome.
Well, she likes that motorhome.
Yeah, she does. And she's, the sad part of it is the weather isn't looking all that good for the next week or two. And next week, she's going down to Algonac to a state park, which is just down south. And she has a lot rented where she'll overlook the lake, Algonac State Park, and or the river, not the lake. And she's going to go anyway. And I says, I don't know.
Right.
She says, well, I can relax, but she's got to load all the critters up to go down there too.
That takes some time.
Yes. Because she's got 2 cats, 3 dogs, and a macaw parrot.
Oh, really? Wow.
And the
She's busy.
macaw parrot yells
Uh-huh.
at the dogs that they start barking. The parrot yells, "Hush up! Hush up!"
Oh, no, really?
Quiet.
Hush up.
Yeah.
What's his name? Henry or something? I heard you trying to talk to him the other day.
Anthony.
Anthony.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Anthony. And oh yeah, he gets going. Did you see him? I think it was on there. He was starting to do his moves, side to side to side. He likes music. He loves TV.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Does he like dance to music and stuff?
Oh
or-
yeah. Yep. He does.
Does he really?
Yep.
I'd like to see that sometime.
He's
I've
got
heard of birds
he's-
doing that.
He's got a bell in his cage
Huh?
that the little clapper is gone out of, and he likes to put that on his head like a hat.
Oh my gosh. Animals have a sense of humor just like
Oh yeah.
people
Yep.
can too. Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, they do. A lot more than some people don't know that. They don't know that
In
animals
nice
might have
weather,
personality.
Lynn has
They do.
been known to put Anthony on a body harness and walk him on the sidewalk down around the neighborhood.
Oh, that'd be funny to see.
And he walks down the neighborhood and he looks up in the trees and he goes, "Wow!"
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
And if they walk and they see somebody, he says, "Hi, how are you?"
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Yep. Oh, she has a lot of fun with Anthony.
Aw. So how old is Anthony? Do you know?
Anthony is 24, but a macaw parrot will last to the age of 85.
Wow. That was going to be my next question. How
kidding.
long?
Yeah.
How long do they
and
live?
So what she
Yeah.
has to do is she has a trust fund set up for him. He's going to go to a rescue.
Oh, that's a good idea because yeah, if
Yeah, because he's going to outlast everybody, you know.
right, and you want something good to be, something good in the future for your pet, of course.
Exactly. And that's what's important.
Yes, I agree. They're hanging with JD. Lynn needs to do a channel just for Anthony. Yep.
Some people on here would like to talk to you,
She
Lynn.
should. Yeah. She ought to bring him on more often.
Oh,
Say-
he's talking to Lynn now. I think.
Say hello to Stella and Ron.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
We were just discussing Anthony. They had questions about Anthony because Ron is on his truck headed home, and he was Stella and Ron wanted to know how old Anthony got. Well, life expectancy, what, 85? I said,
85 to 90.
Wow, that's
And he-
incredible.
and he's 24 now, right?
No, he was born in fall of 96. I think he's 26. Going to be 27?
27. Okay.
Oh, you're close.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Lynn actually hatched him from an egg.
No way. Did you, Lynn?
I
Wow.
bought the egg. They had-
Uh-huh.
the mother had 2 eggs, and we candled them. They were both, viable. And I bought 1 egg and took it home and took care of it and hatched it and fed him.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So he's technically what they call a printed bird, where Lynn was the first thing he saw.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's
Lynn.
in
He was able to
printed
gain
on
his
me.
eyesight.
Oh, definitely.
Yep.
Oh, that's
I was
really special.
telling him, Lynn, about you taking him for a walk in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, he loves to go. I put his body harness on and we start down the sidewalk, and I'm about a house down, there's a massive tree, and we're walking along, and all of a sudden he stops and he looks up and he goes, "Oh wow."
That's
And
hilarious.
he says hello to people too, right?
Oh yeah. He likes to talk to people when we're in traffic in the motorhome too.
That's entertaining. Wow. Wow. That's cool. Keeps your life
Right.
not dull.
Here's a question, Lenny. I mean, he's of age. He's old enough to date. Do you ever think about getting Anthony a girlfriend?
No, because he'll bond with the other bird and then he won't like me anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works in the bird world. If
Yeah.
you want that bird to be your friend, it's just you and the bird.
That's
If
why
you
the
get
big mistake.
Another bird.
Yep. Big
You're in
mistake is
trouble.
buying them in pairs, right?
Oh yes, like they say, lovebirds. No,
Yeah.
you don't need 2. Anytime you get another bird, it's just like you don't give a bird a mirror. They fall in love with the bird in the mirror, and then they don't want anything to do
Oh.
with you.
I didn't think about the mirror thing.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that, and they always seem to think lovebirds should be in pairs. Well, I can tell you for a fact, no, because for years I bred lovebirds. That's
Yeah.
how I initially started out with birds, was lovebirds.
Okay.
And those were all hand raised too. My daughter, she picked, one was born and it was a Cremino, which is very rare. And she was just going nuts begging me, and I said, well, you're the one who'll have to hand feed it. And she had it from the time she was in elementary school through college and after she got married.
Wow. That's really nice.
Lynn, it's like
This one's not that old. My oldest was Roy. He lived to be 68 years old.
Okay.
And Roy was in a separate cage, and every morning Anthony would say, "Good morning, Roy."
Still does.
He still does, even though Roy's been gone for a while.
Oh.
He's been gone since 2019.
wow. That's
He's
like my
still
brother
looking-
had the Raptor Rehab Center, and he that's why I remembered about the printed bird thing. He had a great, one of many birds. He had a great horned owl, and I forget what her name was, but you know, when she was hatched, he was the first thing that bird saw, or what it was able to see. But I remember, you know, when I used to go out and visit them, we'd go to the different cages and see the birds. If she would see me or anybody else, she didn't like people, but just raise all kinds of hell. But the moment he walked up to the cage, she would hurry up, put her head down, because she knew, like, oh, he's going to come up and rub my head.
Paul, I hate to do this, but I gotta go. The VA's calling.
Okay, all right.
All right,
Okay,
take care,
Ellen.
Lynn. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Nora. I see Nora swim into the stream.
Yep. Nora's
Nora.
here.
Northern
I think I
Ohio
know.
Railroad
It's
Action, Nora.
Northern Ohio Railroad Action. He goes by Nora.
Oh, Nora, is it Nora or Laura? Isn't there
Nora.
Laura?
Northern Ohio Railroad Action.
Ah.
NORA. Nora.
Yeah.
Isn't she from? Where's she from?
It's I think it's a male.
Yeah, his name is
Oh.
Jake, but he goes
His
by
name is
Nora
Jake.
for the
He goes by
initials of
Nora
the-
by Northern Ohio Railroad Action.
But I know it's confusing. When I first met him and I heard people calling him Nora, well, I have a family member named Nora, and I'm thinking, that's a girl's name. What's wrong with this guy? But no, then I figured out, oh, it's the initials. Okay, got it.
I'm getting confused with. There's somebody else.
Somebody else
I think
named
it might have
Nora?
been. No, it was. Well, I can't remember if it was on your stream or somebody something railroad, but they were out of Colorado. It was a female.
Oh, that's I bet you're thinking maybe Nancy. There was a Nancy from like I think
Oh,
was it-
Nancy. I think it was
Yeah, it's
Nancy.
Nancy.
And
I think she was originally from Colorado, if I'm thinking right.
Yeah.
Nora would know.
yeah, I think I was that Nancy.
And then she had a really long channel name. I can't even tell you. What
Yeah,
her
yeah, it
name
was like super long. Yeah.
I don't know why people do that. It was like all kinds of specifics. I'm like, you know what? I'll never remember that. But I know that your name's Nancy, and that's about all I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the important part, is just remember Nancy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
But
how
you
well
know
he
what
could see.
you know what I found? You youngins don't get this yet. But I find the older I get, the more I don't recognize people that I should know.
Mm.
And what happens is I have to kind of, their eyes tells me, either jogs my memory or something, or a mannerism or something, you know.
Right. Hi, Drone Shot. Good to see you.
Paul, I'm going to put this up to the window. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but this is Spearfish, South Dakota. This mountain range up here is called Spearfish Canyon. Oops, hold on. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah,
How well
Oh,
you can see that.
yeah, we can see.
we
Cool.
can see
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
There's lots of snow up on the mountain,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's neat.
but here I'm up on the interstate now, and
It's a lot of land
yeah,
there.
it's not bad. Do you see all the big drifts, the deep drifts? So
yeah.
Yep.
the wind.
Still some white stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, Stella, the other day, it was just a matter of days ago, he got snowed in at work at the air base there.
Oh yeah.
And
Really?
He
I
couldn't
was stuck there for
come or go.
36 hours.
How many foot drift of snow was at the gate you couldn't even get out?
About 12.
12 foot.
No way. Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
huge.
Mother Nature, she's been pissed, and the only thing I can think of is whoever pissed her off. Would you, for God's sakes, please apologize? Make up.
Yeah. I know that we can get snow and cold weather around here any time of year. I mean, I think they said there might be 1 month where there wasn't ever snow in history, but still, come on, it shouldn't be this cold. It's end of April.
Yeah, you're up in
Where
Minnesota.
are you at
right?
again, Stella?
Oh, Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota.
Yeah.
I was just in Minnesota 2 nights, Monday night,
Well, you should have said.
in St. Paul, Minneapolis.
He had,
Oh,
he had,
there
he
you
had,
go.
he had an
How,
air
how
flight.
close are you to?
Oh, a couple hours.
How
Actually,
close are you to Minneapolis?
about an hour and
Oh,
a
okay.
half, 2 hours, depending on where in the cities.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, you flew in, did you fly into the hospital or was it and then a transfer to the hospital? Or we lost
We
that?
had a, oh, hold on. Oops.
Hey,
You're freaking-
Stella, I think he's flashing us.
Ron, are you flashing us?
Nope, there I am. Sorry.
So you were in the Twin Cities, were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We take a lot of patients to the Mayo Clinic.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yep.
Now, do you mostly take them on the fixed wing or helicopter?
Yeah, they all go by fixed wing. We go that far. Yeah. So,
Oh, yes. Yeah, I used to do
Anywho.
other things at Mayo, not Mayo in the Twin Cities, but Mayo over in Rochester. That's usually where I was
Yeah.
bringing patients when I was doing EMT and paramedic work, but also I was a phlebotomist at night there also at that Mayo clinic.
oh, yeah. Well, the Mayo is actually in both.
Yes.
All the different branches of the.
Yeah, they have a bunch of branches now off of the Rochester one.
Yeah, I mean, they're friend of mine. He had some pretty critical issues, and he was down in Florida. Found out Mayo has some clinics down in Florida.
Yeah, I know they're growing to be everywhere. Doesn't
Yeah.
always mean that they're all the same in their quality, in my opinion, and from my experience, because the Mayo that's in my town where I live is horrible. Like you'd be better off like staying home or going to a different town.
Right.
But a lot of them are good. But that one, yeah, a lot of people don't go there. And it's nothing to do with the Mayo name. It must be just a bad batch of people that work there. I don't know.
Huh. Wow.
Especially in the ER anyways. Maybe the rest of the hospital might be better, but the ER is not very good.
Yeah.
I think Ron's probably seen it all.
Well,
Probably.
not quite, but every once in a while, something surprises me. No.
Yeah. Well, for example, I had my own personal experience at this hospital, and this is one little example. I go to the ER because I have a very high heart rate, tachycardia. And they, at the end result, they diagnosed me with like a stomach issue, like indigestion. And I'm like, I'm not a doctor, but I don't think you get tachycardia from indigestion necessarily. Not as high as mine was, anyways. My heart rate's been up to like 220 beats per minute. And well, if that's due to indigestion, that's a new one to me.
Right.
That's in the ER. That's what I mean, this local hospital, not the Rochester one or the city's one, but this other one that I'm by. So,
Oh, here's one for you, Stella.
yeah.
You know, I said every once in a while I'm surprised. We get a call. This was last year sometime. I
Huh?
think I told you this one. I think I told Paul this one.
Okay.
For a foot amputation.
Oh,
And you know, I don't like to talk badly about anybody, but it was a
Yeah.
Native American. They
Yep.
have they have technically free health care, and a lot of it is just due to stupidity. I'm sorry, to be blunt,
Yep.
and laziness. But this
I
woman
agree.
was a bad diabetic. As you know, diabetics can get peripheral neuropathy, which is bad
Yes.
circulation to their feet.
Yes.
She had some type of foot surgery on the one foot, and I can't remember exactly what it was, whatever. But we picked her up on the fixed wing, and we come into this. It was in Aberdeen, South Dakota,
Okay.
and
Yes.
we get to the hospital. The nurse pulls us aside outside the room. Well, guys, you're gonna love this one. So
Uh-oh.
apparently, you know that they love to drink.
Yes.
And one of the obvious lab tests that they do with anybody that comes in, that's suspicious of drugs or alcohol, they're going to pull a drug screen or an alcohol level.
Oh,
Well, her
yeah.
alcohol level was in the 400s. So she
Oh, my
technically was legal limit is, driving anyhow is 0.08. So technically she was about 5 times the legal limit.
Yeah,
Which is
that's
not-
crazy high.
So to put it all in perspective here, she admitted to me, when I did finally meet her and talk to her, that she was pretty drunk. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, and she had like a big, kind of like a big lazy boy chair or whatnot. And she was in her living room, and she said, I just kind of remember passing out in my living room chair. Well, she
Okay.
woke up, this is at 4 in the morning. She woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and her right foot really hurt, she said.
Okay.
She technically looked across the room, and there was her pit bull staring her straight in the face. And even the medic that was there was telling me that, said, yeah, the pit bull looked kind of glossy-eyed. Well, she turned around and looked at her foot. 3/4 of her foot was gone. Here, the
Whoa.
pit bull. So I'm guessing that her foot must have been like necrotic in that, but her pit bull went up and ate half of her foot.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you've heard the old school thing like, "Oh, the dog ate my homework," to the teacher.
You're like, my dog ate my foot. Oh my
Dog
gosh.
ate my foot.
Oh,
And
Well, you could never know why the dog did it. The dog could have been trying to wake her up. I need to go out, or I'm hungry. Where's my food? Or
are you trying to get that circulation going,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then once he got a taste of her blood with all that alcohol, he was getting a high.
yeah, he was. Well,
I
the
think that's
alcohol
why
and
it's
whatever other
glossy
drugs.
eyed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And here's the funny, I almost couldn't, I had to fight not to laugh. But we're halfway to the hospital now. We've already medicated her for pain and everything.
Yeah.
We're halfway to the hospital, and she just burst out crying. And I said, "Man, what's the matter?" She goes, "My dog ate my foot." I'm like, "I know, he did."
Oh my gosh.
Well, Ron, I'm surprised you didn't look her in the eye and say, "I told you not to chew on your toenails."
Oh my.
Yeah. My God.
I mean, yeah, that's terrible, but I mean, it's like, yeah, that's the humorous part.
Well,
there, right?
as drunk as she was, she would have never remembered the comment anyway. But
Yeah.
True.
Oh my God.
Probably not. Wow. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Woo.
my dog ate my foot.
And
Dog
my
ate my
dog is
foot.
now drunk.
Yeah. He's hammered.
Just from eating a part of her foot. Oh my gosh.
I said, "We can't make this shit up."
No.
That'd be like
Yeah.
taking and marinating steaks in vodka, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we got everybody laughing in the chat anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Bill, Newfound Drone Productions is in
Yeah.
the chat.
Bill is here now. Yep. And
Yeah.
Rodney.
Rodney, yep. Everybody,
Rodney Bell in there? Big sexy.
Yes.
yep.
Yeah.
JD started that back up. Rodney will never live that down now. Big sexy.
Oh, there you go. Rodney Bell is big sexy. I think I heard of this.
Big
Yes.
sex.
He
That's
said he was in the military, I think, or something.
Somebody
Oh, no.
nicknamed him Big Sexy. Yeah.
Oh.
And so he happened to mention that one time. And of course, JD picked right up on that. You know, you don't want to air your laundry with JD in the chat.
Oh my. Oh my.
I said, my best description of JD, I said, I don't know if you know Peter Carroll from Australia. And Peter, I met Peter on Matt North's live stream in Australia. And
Okay.
Peter's super quiet. And when you're not looking, we call it the Carroll fingers. And all of a sudden he'll pop something out. It's like, whoa, where'd that come from? And it's
Yeah.
funny as hell. And JD, I call JD the American version of Peter Carroll.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
JD will sit there kind of quiet for a while.
Yep.
He usually does that like at the beginning of a live stream, and then he starts to warm up, and but all of a sudden JD will come out with one. It's like, whoa, where'd that come from? Duck,
Yeah.
squirrel.
Yeah.
And I do have a train going by, so if my internet cuts out, that would be why. My train here likes to interfere with the signal apparently a little bit sometimes.
All right. I'm in the great state of Wyoming now. I'm in Aladdin, Wyoming.
Oh, Aladdin. Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty here. It really, it's nice. See, turn you guys around again.
And that's what it's all about. Ah, there we go. Look at that.
It's mountains and snow. We got. up
Boy, I
here-
tell you what, it sure is. The flatlands are everywhere there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I noticed
you-
that last year because I have a sister of mine that moved out to Montana, and that's where she had her wedding last year in the summer. And so as a family, we had traveled out there, and yeah, there's a lot of flat land. So we went through like the Dakotas, and we went and saw landmarks like what's it called? The Badlands, Yellowstone, and all that
Oh,
kind of
okay.
stuff. Mount Rushmore. We like hit all those landmarks on our way out. Why not, right? Make a family trip out of it.
I wish I knew you back then. So,
Yeah, that would have been cool.
yeah, I got some friends coming from Pennsylvania this year for the Sturgis Rally, and I'm actually taking them out of the area for 2 days.
Stella, have you ever been to Sturgis? During Bike Week?
Oh,
You must have heard of Sturgis Bike Week.
Sturgis Bike Week. Yes, I've
Oh
heard of it.
man,
I've heard of it.
it's like a wild.
we got a broad Nistrals.
It's a week long, isn't it, Ron, or is it 10 days?
More like 10, 12 days. Yeah.
Well, I know when it's coming around because there's a lot of motorcyclists that come through here and they go that way too. So when it's coming on. When it's
Oh, yeah.
going to be happening.
How many people gather there during that period, Ron?
Oh, it depends. They've had over 1 million.
Is
The
it
70
lesser? I wonder if it's lesser now because of
Pardon me?
things. Is
Is
it
it-
lesser now because of
Yeah,
things
it's-
that's going on? Or no?
Yeah, I think it's not just because of what's going on. I think it's more so of, what's the word I want to use? The novelty kind of where, like, some people will go, then they won't go
Oh.
for like another 5 years. you know?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
yeah.
Because I kind of got thinking that maybe some of them folks might not be bothered by what's going on nowadays, but I didn't know either at the same time. So, but yeah, that makes sense. The novelty of it. Yep. That would make sense.
Well, I think we're going to end the show there, Stella. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you
And
for having
Ron,
me.
you haven't got too much further to go, do you?
No, my exit's about another 10 minutes.
There you go. Give you enough time to get over the all the excitement we had because Stella joined us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. Stella, thanks for coming. And Ron, you drive careful. Ron's headed out. He's going to be doing some turkey hunting. So,
Oh, nice.
yep. So we'll see everybody again later this evening. Stella, if you're around.
Oh, yeah. I should be around. I think.
Okay, we'll see you.
Okay.
Everybody, thanks for being here.
All right. Take care.
Yeah, bye-bye now.